Hey guys, what is going on? So in today's video, I'm gonna go over the frequently asked questions that I received from you guys. Last Friday, we went live and we got a lot of great questions. So make sure if you guys are available at 12 p.m. Eastern time every single Friday. Me and Trevor, we go on live. We answer all of your questions live. But I figured for the people that maybe weren't able to get there at that time, I'm gonna go into a deeper analysis of some of the questions that stood out to me. If you guys actually go back into that live video, you'll actually see that I was taking out my pen and I was actually going through and taking out notes, seeing what questions or patterns that I'm getting regularly and help you guys by answering all of these questions through a video. So that's why you guys can expect a lot more of these. Just keep on asking me questions, guys. I'm here to help you. I'm here to get you your first high ticket dropshipping sale so that in the future you could potentially come inside my mentorship so I can help you scale it to the moon. Just like how we had VD scale to over $400,000 just last month, or Carlos killing it with $42,000 in just one single Black Friday campaign. It is absolutely raining in the high ticket dropshipping industry, and I want to make sure you are a part of that trend rather than just being on the sidelines. That's why if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the video. So the first question that we have is, my suppliers didn't ship the product yet. It's been almost 2 weeks without any updates, and he told me that UPS didn't work. So here's the thing. When you are shipping with your suppliers, there's two things that you have to keep in mind. Number one, freight carriers, okay? Usually I don't use UPS to ship my products. I like to use LTL freight carriers that are shipping higher or more expensive or heavier products. I'm pretty sure you could do it with UPS as well, but that's what I stick to. But better yet, other than actually, who's shipping the product, in terms of, you haven't received any updates for 2 weeks, that's not a good sign in any realm of endeavor. I'll be panicking if it wasn't 2 days of responsiveness. I go to that extreme. Like, I'm making sure that I'm receiving an update within 24, 40 hours. I'm making sure that I'm keeping all of my tasks up to date, all of my notes in check, so that I'm following up with the supplier. I'm getting all of the information, because a lot of people don't remember that dropshipping is a communications type of business model. It's all about communicating between your supplier and your customer. So if you're not going to be able to facilitate good communication, if you're not able to check up regularly, be able to wait 2 weeks for them to still not respond to you, that's not a great sign. What I would do, especially even if I don't hear from them for like 2-3 days, I'm giving them a ring. I'm giving them a call. I'm asking them what's going on. Did they receive my email? What is going on in the logistics? Is there anything I could do to help with the fulfillment? Because I just got you guys an order. Could you please fulfill it? We just got to make sure the client's happy so that the brand reputation is on the line. That's the thing, right? You need to have good branding, and good branding also comes down to having good customer service, having good community, and all of that stems in one. Remember, guys, when you're a high ticket dropshipper, when you're an online dealer, authorized dealer, whatever you want to call it, you are responsible for the customer experience. You are responsible for how the customer receives their product. You're pretty much going to be the biggest advocate for your brands. The brands that you're selling for, the ones that are giving your affiliate or your dealer cut, they're going to be the suppliers that you're going to be putting your reputation on. You're going to be, supporting them. You're going to be promoting them on advertising. You're going to be saying that they're the best brand. You have to actually match that experience with how you sell it, So part of the game is to make sure that your communication is absolutely on point so that you could communicate everything from your supplier to your customer. And during that communication process, it's up to you to make sure that your supplier is following up, and you have to follow up on them. If they don't respond on email, you better give them a call. If they don't call, or if they don't pick up on the first try, I'm calling them second, third, fourth, fifth, until that whole entire landline blows up. So that's the level of attention to detail and urgency that I want you to apply. Okay? Question number 2. Have you ever gone through a period that you have to evenly focus on your online business or studies in university? I'm in my 3rd year. So this one really hit home for me, because when I was in college, I actually started my business. I was sophomore year, my 2nd year in, and that's when the idea of an online business sparked my interest. It actually wasn't even my idea. I had a college friend. He was in my college group. We were in the same business school, and we happened to be in the same group, and we had mutual friends. So I started talking to him, and that's when he started flexing all of his Shopify numbers. He was doing like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 days, and I'm just like, bro, teach me, like, put me on. So I ended up asking him for mentorship. He tried to charge me like $10,000, and I had startup fees to do, and I was just like, I don't have that type of money to invest in case this shit goes haywire. So I rather just bank on myself and learning it from YouTube, and I'll pick things up as it goes. And worst case, I could ask you for some emergency advice. That's what I was thinking in my head. So that's how I actually got started into online, into e-commerce, because I saw someone else literally working with me in a group project drop out of college for like a semester or two, fly out to California, and he ended up starting e-commerce. And I was just like, oh my God, that's interesting and that's inspiring. So that's how I got started. And I actually started the business while maintaining like a 3.8 GPA, and I was in social Greek life. So I was able to manage all of that. So when I hear someone saying like, oh, I don't know if I could maintain the online business, I don't know if I could start a dropshipping store while being in college, I'm just looking at this. I'm just looking at them and I'm just like, you're not gonna make it, because you could. I mean, school and college, that was the best time to start a business. You literally just have to complete some homework, show up to class, and you're gonna pass and you're gonna be able to excel. You know what I mean? Like, you literally, it's so hard to fail in college these days, guys. Like, people that fail in college literally have to try to fail. You literally have to not show up, literally don't look at the syllabus or the timeline of, you know, the class, and just literally just do the assignments, do the homework. You'll have definitely a B if you just finish your assignments. So if you're someone that's in school, you absolutely could just maintain your grades. Make sure you have that backup plan for yourself in case the online business don't work, even though it will if you work, and start it both at the same time. You could have fun and work hard at the same time. I was out partying, but also learning how to build the business and maintaining good grades at the same time. And you could absolutely do it. It's all about time management. It's truly all about time management. If you wake up and you exercise, do your homework, go to necessary classes that you should go to, do all of the assignments, you still have time to study and go through the material to get to the next level. And I know a lot easier said than done. College gives you so much information, so much work. You're just gonna have to manage and push yourself to new levels. But I'm telling you right now, I was able to do it. I think you could. I think anybody could do it. You have to get rid of that, shitty mindset that you can't. Anyways, next question. What is the most effective way to target potential customers who have shown interest in high ticket products? So that's a great question. Retargeting is one of those things that are often very underlooked with business, but you want to look at retargeting as kind of like going on your first date or going on for the first kiss. This one's going to relate to a lot of the guy entrepreneurs. Ladies, stick with me here, okay? Just bear with me. This metaphor is going to make sense. So retargeting, because this is how I learned it, was basically, imagine you set yourself up for the first kiss. Like you go out, you guys have an amazing time, great dinner, great vibes, amazing conversation. You're saying, and the vibes is everything is where it's supposed to. And then you lean in for the first kiss. And ladies, you guys can actually relate to this more than the guys. Sometimes they might lean and you might just who knows about that? Let me know in the comments if you guys know about that. Sometimes that happens, and retargeting is kind of like that, in the sense that once you've kind of hooked, you've built yourself up, you've done the right marketing, you've done the right targeting, you've got them onto your website, they even added the product to your cart. You're like in, but you got to go in a little more, but you also can't force it, is when retargeting is the magic. Retargeting is the follow-ups. Retargeting is maybe trying again, maybe not immediately, or maybe try again the next day, maybe bring some flowers and a batch of chocolates. I don't know, but retargeting is that concept of you need to try to touch points with your customer in other platforms. You have to find a way to be relevant to them again without sounding too desperate. You can't have them come onto your website from Google and expect them to buy from you just like that. Guys, they're buying like $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 items. There's gonna be lagging time. There's gonna be times where they're actually thinking if this is the right move or not. Get to talk to them at the most touch points possible, meaning if they come on Google, you wanna make sure you retarget them on Facebook, Bing ads, Pinterest, Instagram, maybe even TikTok. You wanna have omni-channel presence. However, let's also be realistic. You're only gonna have minimal budget. So that's why it's very important that you have your pixel set up. A pixel is a tracking tag that you could put on your website, so that once you have all of this information, you use this pixel so that when someone goes on to your website, they'll get hit with Facebook retargeting. They might get hit with Instagram retargeting. And if you're even elite with it, you might be able to hit them with YouTube, Google display, Google remarketing targeting. So there's so many ways to retarget, and many people don't retarget, and that's why they're not getting the success that they want. They've literally come all the way so far. They've set themselves up with a first date, leading in for the first kiss. You just had to try one more time because the moment wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's not even you. Sometimes like, you know, she was probably nervous or something, you know? So you have to be able to add in more touch points. You have to be able to push a little further without being too desperate, without just saying, buy from me, buy from me. It's, hey, I saw you were interested in this product a while ago. Are you still interested? We have a special promotion going on. You know, like using Google as a first touch point and then using the other platforms as your next retargeting touch points. The next question is, I'm new to high ticket dropshipping. If I sell a fireplace for $5,000, do I have to get inventory for the fireplaces? Okay, so here's the thing. Dropshipping in its definition means that you don't need to own any inventory. So if you're going to sell a $5,000 fireplace, you don't necessarily have to own or stock the fireplace. The process of dropshipping is selling products without ever seeing or owning inventory. And so therefore with high ticket dropshipping, you don't necessarily have to see the fireplace, but you could still sell it via product listings using Google Shopping ads. So I know all of this is almost can be sounding like mumbo jumbo, which I totally understand. When I first started off, all of these complex words, ads, ad groups, conversion rates, inventory, all of these is just so much words. What does it mean? Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I've broken down every single possible outlier or question you might think of inside my free e-commerce mastermind. I'll put the link in the description, or you could go to peakflowacademy.com/school with a K. We have over 4,000 members, 10 plus hours, 6 gigabytes of free material that will answer going into A to Z exactly the types of content that you're looking for. So I know this could be sounding mumbo jumbo, but don't worry. These are just Q&As. If you guys want more of the step-by-step tutorials, more of the how-tos, the A to Z, this is what you have to click, and that's where you want to go to, peakflowacademy.com/school. But moving forward to the next question is, I have a question about testing Google Ads. How much budget do you recommend to get sales when you already have your niche and 3 to 5 brands on your website? Thanks a lot. So this question is a great question. It's asking about Google Ads. It's asking about the budget that I recommend for starting off. And if you have 3 to 5 brands on your website, how would you go about the budgeting or the distribution of this Google Ads budget? So basically, if you have a website already and you're running ads, your minimal starting budget that I personally will recommend is gonna be $1,000. You're gonna need at least $30 a day to spend on ads. Ready? $30 times 30 days is roughly around $900, and you might have a little overspending from bid adjustments or whatever it might be. So let's just say $1,000, around 30 bucks a day. That's minimum starting. Now, if you have 3 to 5 brands, you're probably gonna have to distribute that $30 amongst each brand, honestly, because if you were to distribute $30 a day amongst 5 brands, you're gonna spend about like $6 on one brand, and sometimes a keyword could be up to $6. So you're only gonna be paying for one click, and it's not that you can't, it's just you're distributing your marketing budget towards too many directions. Whereas slowly kind of test brand by brand if you can. You know, you have to put a little budget into figuring out if that brand works for you. Some brands might work for other people and might not work for you. Some brands might work for you and it might not work for other people. The reason behind that, or the way you're going to be able to get sales, stand out of the competition, is to understand that there needs to be branding, there needs to be coherence, and there needs to be process and systems behind all of your ads and all of your e-commerce endeavors. Basically what I mean by that is, like, most people are just trying to run ads, looking into ads, but once you get the click, you don't even know what to do with your click. Meaning they might call you from your 1-800 landline, they might live chat you and hit you up, and you don't know how to capitalize on these leads. You see, most high ticket dropshippers aren't actually doing the right follow-ups, aren't actually logging in all of the customer inquiries, because they simply just, it's everywhere. It's all over the place. It might be on some emails. They might have just gotten one call and then they forgot to log it. It's just everywhere. So the way you beat other high ticket dropshippers is going to be improving your back end, improving your sales process. And if you were to have a budget on that, I mean, you need to actually put some marketing into your brand. You know, scare money don't make money. You have to be able to invest the marketing into these brands to see if these brands are working on your store. But most beginners, especially in high ticket dropshipping, just invest that budget, but then they neglect all of the backend that you need. You need a good website, fast loading speed, good sales process, organized CRM data. You need all of that to actually make sure these ads are profitable. Because I think that's what you're trying to ask. You're trying to ask, how do I get profitable from running ads? But that's more for another topic, another video. Moving forward to the next question. If we build fast, how long should it take to see some coin? This one was one of my favorite questions. Is there a lot of untapped niches? I liked this question in particular. I haven't heard someone ask me how to make coin ever. That's actually pretty cool the way he said it. So I was like, coin. Interesting. Anyways, if you were to build this fast, how long should it take to see some coin? You could see money coming in as little as 1 month. You could see it in as long as 6 months. I think that every entrepreneur, every dropshipper, high ticket dropshipper, everyone has their own journey. Okay. So when I came into high ticket dropshipping, I came into another program where I learned about it, and I was excelling amongst all of the students that were inside. Not because I was better in any way, I just simply had more experience running Google ads, and I knew how to run a Shopify store. I had previous experience. So me picking up, call some suppliers and just upload their products into my store. Like, I've done this already. I just haven't called the suppliers. So my learning curve was a lot faster versus someone that maybe had no experience. It's all about leverage. So it's very hard to answer a question like how fast. Like for me, if everything were to just go into crumbles and I had to make money fast, I could probably get this store up and running within 2 days, 2 to 3 days. We'll have the website up, the LLC should be properly there. And now all I have to do is just call some suppliers. I know some suppliers already, like that I personally know. Or if I have to call a list, I'll just get 50 to 100 suppliers. I'll call them and then I'll have the products uploaded within the week. And after that, it's all just traffic acquisition. It's all about just getting traffic. I could post on social media. I could write blogs for SEO. I'll film some content. I'll run Google ads and boom, I'll have leads coming in. And then from there, I have my system where I'm taking care of each lead. I'm going to be talking to them. I'm going to be warming them up, building out like my sales process, sales teams, and I'd probably be seeing money coming in pretty fast. But the difference between me and you is like, I've actually done this hundreds, if not thousands of times. So things seem faster, things seem easier. For someone to say, I'll have the website built in 2 days. I mean, some take 2 months to build, so it's all about leverage. It's all about opportunity cost. It's all about how much you could get done with as little input as possible. Less input, more outputs. That's the goal of efficiency. Moving on to the second part of this question, is there a lot of untapped niches? Yes and no. So in terms of untapped niches, I like to just think of it as like, if a niche is good, people are gonna know about it. If the niche has demand, people are gonna search about it. So it's hard to find those untapped. However, there are gonna be some gems within a niche. So for example, inside the outdoor niche, you might have the patio niche, and then inside the patio you might have another sub-segment of outdoor kitchens, and then within the outdoor kitchens you might find the wine coolers or the beverage coolers to be a niche. So you can have sub niches within the niche, and it's just up to you to see which one resonates with you, which one has the better feel for you to go into, has the better data, has the better search volume. But in terms of untapped niches, there's just so many niches to choose from, and I see not really just a niche that matters. It's more of your back end, your offer, the person behind the business is actually going to make or break the niche. Now that I, continually get more data with high ticket dropshipping, it's like not even about the niches, it's just about like whether you could compete in the niches or not. So that being said, move on to the next question. If you find a niche that is working, what makes you win and have some sales, and what makes you beat the competition? How do you instantly win with your niches of choice? So I think I covered a little bit about this on a previous question. Basically, for you to beat other people, for you to beat your competition, beat other high ticket dropshippers, again, you have to dial down on your sales process. You have to focus on building out proper sales systems, processes, building your team, making sure you're auditing and logging and being able to keep track that your team is doing what they're supposed to. Are they doing the follow-ups? Are they doing the necessary calls? Are they even picking up? Sometimes you'll have VAs or you'll have assistants that help with the sales that don't even pick up, and you wouldn't even know unless you're properly tracking. So all of this is called systems. These are your back-end systems. So the first system that you need to take care of is gonna be your sales system. Many high-ticket dropshippers don't do that. They'll just have the 1-800 number, they'll have their chatra, and they'll just rock and roll like everybody else, which is so funny because if you're coming into this industry, you're trying to be away from other people, yet you're copying what other people do. So you have to be original to a sense, okay? Stop looking at someone else and trying to copy them. Stop looking at me and trying to copy me. You have to be able to take what's good and be able to properly assess like what's actually good or not for you. Not everything that I'm saying might be relevant or good for you. You have to be able to take that. You have to be able to be logical and make your own decisions. I think that's what's gonna make you win. You know, you don't look at other people. You're a trendsetter, not a trend rider. You could still look at people and see what they're doing and then add on to what you're doing. Okay, so that's one thing. Having sales process, being original, maximizing your offer. I have this book right here right now. I've read this many times. You guys should read this book as well, from Alex Hormozi. Well, Alex Hormozi has two books. He has $100 million offers and $100 million leads, both of which is true business foundations for you to build up a relevant and competable e-commerce store. Like, for example, what I do, if my ads are running the way it should be and I'm trying to beat my other competition, I'm looking to make sure that I'm delivering the best customer experience possible. So that's making sure that my team is following up, that's answering the questions like immediately and just giving that process, like that customer experience, you know, taken care of. After that, I'm making sure that the offers, you know, is good. I'm making sure that the title looks good, the product description, the images, the tags, the SEO. I'm making sure all of that is good. And then after that, I'll look at the landing page. I'll look at, can I improve? Can I make my offer stand out? Can I add in some bundles to whatever I'm selling? If I'm selling like an outdoor kitchen, can I add in a refrigerator to a mini refrigerator to them, or like a nice set for the outdoor kitchen? The point is, I'm making the offer look a little bit different. So now automatically I'm standing out. I have a better sales process. My team's doing the right follow-ups. And now I'm actually able to profitably liquidate and destroy my competition, because the more money you could spend on ads, the more money you have to play with is gonna be the way you beat your other competition. So you have to double down on the back end. You have to do what other people aren't doing. You have to invest into organic traffic through SEO. And there's just so many ways to beat the competition, but that's just some of the thought processes that I go into thinking about. First off, again, having the right sales process. Secondly, having the originality to maybe create some other new things to disrupt the marketplace. Number three, maybe having some blogs, creating a proper back end for your store, and really just thinking about, would you recommend your store to family and friends that are buying expensive products? Like, you just have to see, like, is this store worthy of me flexing? Because if it is, well, then you're probably on the right track. So the last question is, how does shipping and handling work? Does that mean we create a website for already existing products and then dropship from them? How do we build trust? Do we need UGC content or branding measures? Great question, and a point that I really had to get across. When you're running ads for all of these big brand retailers that you're selling for, you're essentially leveraging their brand name by ranking and appearing for them on Google. If someone searches for Majesty Fireplace, you have never done any marketing for Majesty Fireplace. You're literally just gonna appear for Majesty Fireplace search result because you know how to run Google ads, and you're gonna be able to get that click. You're gonna be able to get that pocket of audience to go onto your website. Now, if you do all of the marketing correctly, you have a good website optimization, good landing page, good CRO, good sales process, good everything. You have a chance to convert that lead into your customer without needing any UGC content, without having any branding measures. However, your goal is to become a authority figure for your niche. For example, there's this one store, bbqguys.com. They're obviously a barbecue store, and they have established themselves as an authority figure, and they're just literally reselling the same products that you could be reselling simply by leveraging the brand's reputation, brand's name, and then on parallel using their own brand authority as BBQ Guys sell for those brands. So if they're working with a barbecue brand like Fire Magic Grills and it's bbqguys.com, you would buy a grill from bbqguys.com. They're going to be the ones that transact all of those measures. My point is, if you do the marketing correctly, you could leverage your brand's markets. You could leverage your brand's marketing to position yourself in the Google positions, to take that traffic, to convert it into a customer, to make bank. And if you want to know how shipping and handling works, don't worry about that until you get a sale. But basically, once you do get an order, you could either have the customer, you could either have the supplier ship it for you, or you could ship it yourself. You could contact a third-party shipper and organize the BOLs and the shipping. And we'll teach you more about that in the future. That's really honestly more advanced inside our high-ticket Launchpad program, which is our one-on-one mentorship to help beginners and struggling dropshippers get to their first $10,000 a month profit in 24 weeks. So if that does interest you, check out the link in the description to see if you qualify. But the point is, once you get the order, then you'll worry about the shipping and handling. That's either going to be done from your supplier or you could do it yourself. Regardless, once you get the money, then you worry about the expenses of shipping and handling. And in terms of creating a website for already existing products. You don't want to look at it as products. You're going to look at it as niches or suppliers. You're going to have to create a website. You're going to have to import the products of the big brand names that you're partnering up with, that you're going to leverage their branding authority onto your Google Ads. You're going to take their catalog and put it onto your website. You're going to advertise those products on Google, and you're going to absolutely kill it if you apply all of the strategies that me and Trevor share with you guys literally every single week. So if you guys found value in today's video, make sure you guys smash that like button. A lot of you guys aren't smashing enough. We need more of you guys to hit that subscribe, hit that like button, share it so that the algorithm shares it with other people. And that will help me, because that will inspire me to make more videos like these to help you, because I want to give you guys as much value as possible. And thank you all so much for your time. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.